thanks. You know, this is a busy time of year, an exciting time of year for anyone involved in sturgeon spearing. It's happening right now on Lake Winnebago.
It's popular, but can obviously be dangerous. JS on air now. We are joined by Journal Sentinel reporter Meg Jones, who is penning a piece on the phenomenon of sturgeon spearing for tomorrow's paper. But Meg, you were there on Lake Winnebago when they pulled the pickup truck out involved in that fatal mishap. How chilling was that for everybody fishing?
Lake Winnebago is a pretty big place, so it was only in one small area of the lake where this happened, but I can tell you for the people that have their ice shanties that were around that area, and I talked to people who had seen and heard what had happened, it was quite chilling because this is something that was very rare. It's very rare for anybody to lose their life out on the lake during sturgeon spearing, and to have a father and a daughter drown was very sad for a lot of the folks out there.
And the fishermen and women, they listened to the reports, I'm assuming, of the thickness of the ice, which it turned out to be it was in good condition, reportedly.
Yes, but it's a large lake too. I mean, I talked to a lot of people who told me that, you know, because they use chainsaws to cut their big hole. A lot of them told me that they had to go through 36 inches of ice, so there was much of the ice is very, very thick out there. But when I was driving around out there, I saw some fishers, you know, and it's because of the winds, and sometimes they open up out on Lake Winnebago.
For those of us who aren't outdoors people, what is the appeal of sawing a hole in the ice and spearing a sturgeon?
Well, there is a big appeal for folks that are into this sort of thing. If you can just picture an elusive animal, I mean, there's about 60 to 70,000 of these fish that are in this area, and Wisconsin's kind of unique because there's not a lot of lake sturgeon that are out there, but we've got one of the few watersheds that has them, and we're talking a fish that's basically 200 million years old. I mean, these have been around since the dinosaurs were stomping the earth, and for here in Wisconsin, they were pretty much overfished in the late 1800s and early 1900s, and in 1915 the state said that's it, there's no more sturgeon spearing, and it wasn't until 1932 at the height of the Great Depression that they opened up the season again. So what you have is that you've got a very short window. It's very similar to the deer hunting season where you've got families, kind of deer camps sort of situations where you've got people in ice shanties. They go to the same spot every year and they hunt as families or large groups, and I got to tell you, when some of the people that I talked to had gotten them, they were just ecstatic because you're basically sitting over this hole for sometime days on end, and when you see this shadow come by and you get a spear and you get your spear into a sturgeon, it can be very, very exciting.
I can imagine. Okay, Meg, thanks for that inside look.
My pleasure.
Meg Jones' article will be in tomorrow morning's paper, and you can also read more about this at jsonline.com. We've got a link on our website, today'stmj4.com.